Hey, what's up guys, my name is Monster and welcome back to the video on this channel. Now today's video guys, I'm going to be talking about boomers talking about KRUNKER.io in their news articles to protect their little children from vulgar words such as pog you. And yeah, before I start this video, shout out to Zurked for giving me this Dragon Breath SMG. So a few days ago, one of my friends Slick sent me this news article which basically clickbaited KRUNKER in the picture, and it honestly seemed so dang hilarious because it's not like they found this picture on the internet anywhere. They purposely took it in like a Vice studio or something like that. No, because the person who made the article is from Vice. The title of this article was "By 19 I was addicted to gaming and this is how it ruined my life." And this video has nothing to do with this article. I just wanted to use it as the thumbnail because it was interesting. Because why would you clickbait KRUNKER out of all games? I just found this more amusing than I should have, because when I went to the article myself, there was no mention of KRUNKER.io. Okay, so enough wasting time. Let's actually go into the main article. I found this like yesterday while sorting KRUNKER by the news section. I'm surprised that there even is any articles on this game. So a couple of days ago, I found this website known as Family Zone. It's basically a website that caters to a bunch of parents that allow them to see whether a game is safe. So I feel like this article is kind of old because it uses the old KRUNKER.io logo, and it's like this logo was around at the beginning of 2019. So I feel like this is from May to mid-August, because that's the period of time where I like broadly assumed that this logo is actually used. And the first paragraph of this article is genuinely insane to me. Let me just read it before I explain anything. Move over Fortnite. There's a new free-for-all game that's blowing up in schools and homes all over Australia. Think Call of Duty style first-person shooter with a Roblox-like aesthetic that anyone can play for free in their browser on almost any device. No downloads required. There's not much I can talk about the first thing. I mean, move over Fortnite. There's a new free-for-all game that's blowing up in schools and homes right now. I don't know why most people call this like a Roblox version of Call of Duty or a Minecraft copy. The game doesn't look like either of those games. I mean, games can have a blocky aesthetic. That's just the style of KRUNKER, and it's not like it has any resemblance to Roblox at all. Like, the models are completely different. Gamers are loving KRUNKER.io for its fast and furious pace and funky graphics. Parents and teachers, not so much. Why you should worry? It's all about gun violence. Well, duh, it's a first-person shooter after all. KRUNKER.io players can choose to arm themselves with assault rifles, rocket launchers, revolvers, light machine guns, and pretty much everything in between. It features chat with adult strangers, and like all games, abusive, offensive, or just plain aggro voices abound. Now, in the first paragraph, I feel like they were going to refer something along the lines of this game has a lot of violence, it has a lot of blood in it, but KRUNKER is the most PG shooter in the world. And so what if there are guns in the game? You can choose to play the game if you don't want to. There are no real death animation, there's no blood splatters. When you die in KRUNKER, the model just disappears. The only thing properly relating to real life violence is probably the knife, but while the article was being written, there was no knife at the time. I don't even know why I'm trying to defend them. Their points are just all wrong, because KRUNKER is the most innocent out of all shooter games. That sounds like an oxymoron, but it's the truth. In the next paragraph, I don't even know what they're on about. It features chat with adult strangers. I don't think any adult who plays this game uses the voice chat feature. It's probably the least effective way of communication. Like, I've seen it in about 1 in every 100 games I've played, and if anyone is swearing or saying something vulgar, you can just mute your volume. They have a separate feature to mute in-game voice chat. It's free till it's not. Developers do not release free games out of the goodness of their hearts. They do it for one reason: to make money through in-app purchases. That's how Fortnite, another free game, managed to earn $2.5 billion last year. Okay, honestly, I don't know where they're going with this. First of all, Fortnite, you need to purchase V-Bucks to actually get the currency. KRUNKER is one of the first games I've seen which you don't need to pay for the currency, but you have the option to in case you really want to. So you can become extremely rich without spending $1 on this game. Next point is absolutely stupid. It's every single dumb thing in the world combined into one sole paragraph. The game also features sneaky embedded ads, none of which can be turned off with an ad blocker, some of which promote offensive content. This screenshot above shows one such ad, an embedded billboard urging players to subscribe to PewDiePie, a reference to the controversial Swedish YouTuber. This hurts my brain on so many different levels. First of all, they only picked one example of a billboard, and that was the only billboard at the time. It says they promote offensive content, and there was only one billboard in the game at the time. I can understand if they said it now. You'll get banned if you type anything offensive on the billboard. So the devs are clearly trying to keep this game PG. They've also added a profanity filter. So I don't know what they're on about by saying offensive content. The next point I can more or less agree with. You have to be more than 8 years old, but then they changed their rules or terms of service now due to COPPA, so you have to be over 13 years old. Now in the last column it says what can parents do, and I more or less agree with this. They just said supervise their play, and that's what parents should do on all games, and disable the voice chat. If KRUNKER isn't right for your child, just block it entirely. I can't argue with that. I'm surprised they didn't try to take KRUNKER down by doing some dumb petition. But anyways, that's the end of the video. I'm running kind of short on time. I don't want to make this 10 minutes. So if you like this video, subscribe. If you want to support the channel, you can donate here to my KRUNKER.io account. And yeah, thanks for watching. Trying to reach 10.5 thousand subscribers. Any help would be massively appreciated. And yeah, hope you had a good day. Goodbye.